Breaking news, Luxembourg becomes first Eurozone nation to invest in Bitcoin. Is this about to send Bitcoin to a new all-time high? Or is Luxembourg actually buying the top and we are about to crash? Let's analyze.
My crypto paradise.
Hello ladies and gentlemen of the Paradise Club, this is Simon from Market to Paradise. Let's analyze Bitcoin. Take a look at this. This is a Bitcoin price on 1 hour time frame. We are pushing to the downside, and let's right now understand that with the highest probability it will be bought back to the upside. Why? Take a look at this cluster of buy limit orders and take a look at this net short position. Increase, huge spike in panic, selling into this downward movement, open interest increased, long positions increased just a little bit. They are pretty much flat, right? So this is absolutely huge. Something similar happened right here. Take a look at this drop when we have been reaching the support area, and there were also loads of buy limit orders. Take a look on that net short position increase together with the open interest. Long positions done almost nothing, right? And you can see that basically the short positions got shaken to the upside afterwards. So they've got rid of them very easily, basically, right? So they have put lots of walls below the price action. They've restricted the price from continuing to the downside, and that is why the only resolution was to keep moving inside of this consolidation area. Right now something similar they are doing. There is loads of delta volume in there, so loads of panic selling is going on, but they are really limiting the price action in keep going to the downside because of this cluster of buy limit orders. So we might stay in this consolidation area for a while. How long and what's gonna mean it like for altcoins and Ethereum? Let's discuss it. I've already been touching Ethereum in the previous video. Go watch it after this one if you haven't watched it. I will just very briefly go through Bitcoin in this one. Let's take a look on the funding rates. However, we are having lots of positivity in funding rates. That means there are more short positions than long positions, all right? So this is something what's also basically favoring a short squeeze to the upside. If we take a look at the fear and greed index on our website, mycryptoparadise.com, you can monitor that with me the same way on our website with crypto funding rates. We have a special kind, accumulated funding rates, which is much better to analyze. Take a look at the 15 minutes time frame. We are nearing the magical 20 level, all right? Usually every time we go near or to the 20 number, it's followed by a surge to the upside, all right? So right now we are at around 31, very near to 20. On the lower time frame, I do believe that this is basically support the idea that we might start pushing to the upside. We can even touch $120,000, but going below that, and even though below the first important buy wall, which is right here, which is $42 million, is going to be very hard for the bears to do right now. Funding rates are supporting a short squeeze. If you take a look on the 15 minutes time frame, it's supporting the greed, the sentiment. If you're a mean reversion trader, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Loads of fear from the short-term time frame perspective. If you take a look on the 1 hour time frame, we are nearing low numbers, right? So we might have a little bit more price action to the downside, but I do believe the buy walls will basically support that bias. 4 hour is kinda in the medium zone, and 1 day time frame, that's something what we are not really focusing on this price action on the 1 hour time frame, but we are reaching from that 80 point that I have been sharing with you towards 20. So from the macro perspective, we need to have more fear from the longer time frame perspective in the market. So some kind of like lower prices or this kind of panic consolidations will continue to happen, all right? Because we need to get the fear in the market on the macro scale. But from the 15 minutes time frame, we are nearing the number 20, all right? Once the line will start looking to the upside, it will be a confirmation that the next level which will be touched is close to that 80, right? So 80-20 magical numbers. You can monitor this chart with me on our website, mycryptoparadise.com. Let's take a look right now what's going on with Bitcoin dominance. Ethereum we have been going through in the previous video. I will again update Ethereum on Saturday. If we take a look on the Bitcoin dominance, something difficult is going on right now for the market bulls, because you can see a price action to the downside on Bitcoin. This is a Bitcoin chart, this one. Price action to the downside, so a red candle and a green candle on Bitcoin dominance. As you know, what I have been sharing with you in the previous video, the cheat sheet, right? The dominance cheat sheet that you can understand how the Bitcoin dominance cycle is going on from here to here to here to here. So right now where we are at Bitcoin dominance increasing, right? Bitcoin dominance increasing, Bitcoin price decreasing, all right? So Bitcoin dominance increasing, Bitcoin decreases. That suggests altcoins are having a fast dump to the downside. Next will be this stage, but we need to monitor once this stage right here, this cycle will be finished. So we need to watch for the next supports and for the next resistances. Very important on the Bitcoin dominance is to understand if this daily candle will close about 0.786, which is at around 59.14%, we will go towards the next resistance, which is at 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. That's positioned at around 60.66%. All right, so very careful about this. And if that's going to be the kind of cycle where the Bitcoin will keep on continuing to go to the downside and Bitcoin dominance to the upside, that will be obviously bearish for altcoins. So be careful. However, where's the next support of Bitcoin, right? Because we might go to the next stage very soon if Bitcoin starts getting stable. So we need to find the next support. Where is the next support? Let's take a look. First of all, Bitcoin versus Euro. As you can see, for the real strength, I want to see the reclaim above the previous high. We have not broken on the Bitcoin Euro pair the previous high from January 2025 as we have done on the USD pair. All right. Why is that? I don't believe that Bitcoin is actually got that much stronger. I do believe the dollar just got weaker. As you can see, from January 2025, we have dropped by 12%. Right now, we are watching the dollar index. You know that we are at this support. All right. So you know that it's kind of dangerous for Bitcoin, because if dollar index will start reclaiming this moving average trend line and turn it from resistance into a support by this beautiful breakout and retest and change that resistance into a support, we will definitely continue to go towards this next resistance. All right, and that will be bearish not only for Bitcoin but for the crypto overall, and also for gold and stocks as well. All of the strength you are seeing in social media and in mass media, that gold is extremely strong and stock market is booming, it's not really because the stock companies, the companies in the S&P 500 are providing that much of like more value or that are getting richer, right? It's more about the dollar is actually getting weaker. Same with gold. Let's take a look right now on the Bitcoin USD chart on the weekly time frame. As you can see, we are right now trying to flip this zone from resistance. Previously, it was working as a resistance, the $121,000 zone, into a support. What's important is not only the weekly candle closure that's increasing the probabilities of next target to be hit at $135,000, but for confirmations, we need to have a proper reclaim. So the reclaim being basically consisting out of a breakout to the upside with a surge in the volume. We have got that. And then we need to have also a retest with decline in volume. So far we are getting that, but we need to make sure that the MACD cross will not happen. All right. I want to see basically not just a retest. I want to see actually the cross. So I hope actually it will happen. We need to see that it's gonna happen. All right. If it's not gonna happen and it will be just a retest, that will be a break and retest and reclaim and continuation to the downside. And the bears will start picking on momentum. All right. So that would be bearish. And actually from a professional trading perspective, you shouldn't have any bias. All right. You should be just working with what the market presents to you. So if it's gonna reject and we will not have the cross of the blue line through the red line, we will just be looking back to our short scenario and we will be targeting $88,000, because again, the $121,000 will not be reclaimed. All right. And the bearish divergence that we are forming right here on the weekly time frame will start playing out. This will be just a reclaim and continuation, and basically the bears will start picking on steam again. So right now it's very important that the secondary weekly candle that is closing in 3 days, 10 hours, will close above $121,000. If that's gonna be the case, a beautiful opportunities to start longing on the weekly time frame towards $135,000, which will be swing plus positions, will start appearing in the market, right? So we need to wait for that confirmation. Let's take a look on the daily time frame. You know that in the previous video video, this was white, right? I have just turned it green. Why? Because we have got a reclaim of that. We have got a retest as well. This daily candle tested the previous resistance zone, all right, and it turned it into a support. We have got nice surge to the upside that confirmed that this is successful reclaim. Now, however, we are testing it once again. It needs to hold. If it's gonna hold this zone and we will start building some base above that $121,000 mark on the 4-hour and 1-hour time frame, it will increase the probability that next target will be at around $128,000. Once we start getting confirmations, for example, that this reclaim on the RSI indicator is really happening, breakout, we have got it. Right now, with a decline in volume, we are having a retest. It needs to hold. If it's gonna cross, it's going to be bearish and it will increase the probability that this will be turned back into a resistance, all right? So upon confirmations, we will start getting a beautiful long opportunities, all right, towards the $128,000 and last target towards $135,000. Upon reclaim of this, we will get short trading opportunities, but I would rather right now trade long positions because you can see that loads of supports are below us, so it will not really present us with some nice short trading opportunity because there is these previous resistances. Now it will be acting as a support. There is this moving average trend line, so the risk reward is not really beneficial. I would rather see Bitcoin really start building a base above that $121,000. That will allow me with Paradise Family VIPs, we will be able with Paradise team sharing a beautiful swing plus trading opportunities. Well, swing on daily, swing plus, that's another confirmations on the weekly, right? We are trading multiple time frames in our Paradise Family VIP, but it will really allow us to do a beautiful risk to reward trades. So if we will be more conservative, we will place it below the moving average trend line. If we want to be more aggressive, just below this wick. If we will be extremely aggressive, right, we will just place it below the wicks upon another daily candle closure above this level and confirmations from lower time frames, right? So you can see a beautiful risk to reward trading opportunity. We are targeting 10% move versus only 1% downside upon confirmations, obviously, right? We will be entering some trade positions. In Paradise Family VIP, you are getting a clear entry and exit targets from us. You are getting a professional trading strategy. You know exactly the tactics we are using for entering and exiting positions because we are updating you live inside of the Paradise Family VIP trading channels. So that's about the Paradise Family VIP. Right now, let's focus back on the Bitcoin. We will shift our focus on 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look right now that we are really probably gonna be stuck in this zone for a bit. We are being very nicely defended by the buy walls that I've been sharing with you below us, and above us there is this resistance, right? So if we will start consolidating in this time zone, you can see there are some sell limit orders as well right here, and I do believe that they will continue. So if we can continue in this consolidation area, by the way, take a look at this, it's already being bought to the upside and these short positions are just keep on increasing. Oh man, loads of traders will lose loads of money again. So this is very interesting. It's a very huge candle, this net short positions. The shorts are being very aggressive. There might be coming some push to the downside, like if somebody on spot market will push this sell button, it might go through this buy wall, but right now you can understand why it's a lower probability. Much better for the market makers is to push the price to the upside, liquidate the short positions, right? They will make much more money. But take a look at this. We are being defended from the sell walls above us, defended below us. It might be a consolidation, all right? Consolidation in this time zone. That would be great for altcoins because Bitcoin would be stable, and in that case, I do believe Bitcoin dominance would start decreasing. And as you know from the cheat sheet, let me find the beautiful cheat sheet, that would be the next stage, right? Bitcoin would start getting stable, right? And the Bitcoin dominance can keep on increasing, but the next stage is a decrease of Bitcoin dominance and then increase of Bitcoin. That would be a great for altcoins. So stable accumulation for a phase for altcoins might be incoming if Bitcoin will stay in that consolidation area, all right? And Bitcoin dominance will increase only later, all right? But it will be an accumulation phase for altcoins, and obviously afterwards it will start pumping to the upside. So something to look for right now. We just need to make sure that the Bitcoin will start getting stable, and in that case I do believe the Bitcoin dominance will stop increasing aggressively it will start balancing and start decreasing as well, and then it will be great for altcoins. Obviously, in the next stage, once Bitcoin starts getting stable, even though the Bitcoin dominance can keep on increasing a little bit, some powerful altcoins already will keep on pumping, all right? Will start pumping as well, and that's exactly the kind of altcoins we are monitoring in ParadiseFamilyVIP. Let's take a look right now on the 1 hour time frame as well, final time frame. You can see that basically we are going with 5 moves to the upside, 3 waves structures to the downside. That's basically what keep us from the Elliott wave perspective in an uptrend. And until we can get first 5 moves to the downside, this parabolic movement to the upside will continue. All right, so that's another confirmation we are waiting for. Right now you can see right here, this was the last 3 moves to the downside, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves to the upside again. And right now, for the first time since around September 27, 28, we are getting some kind of extended corrective mode wave. This is a flat ABC, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and right now we are finishing the 5th wave of that C wave. And after that, if this support will be holding, we will have another 5 moves to the upside. So on the 1 hour time frame, we are watching the support area to hold. I will keep you updated again on Saturday. Smash the like button if you are getting value from these videos, and take it easy and smooth. Cheers.